no meta, just play whatever we are comfortable with.
It's a renaissance! Fnatic have done it!
Just play how we wanted to, basically.
We still have issues. We only played one style.
Cannot get onto Max Lewis, an ace to the Misfits as Roccat fall to the winds.
We are better mechanic than other LCS teams.
Their attention over to Shape as Llama Bear takes a bite out of his health bar.
Strategy didn't change. We will try to look for team fight, show more fun to the audience.
I want to join LCS for sure, and I just didn't know which team.
It's a turnaround though. Slice have got more. They've got another. Onto EpicSkillshot. Joko, run for your life.
They didn't have the best performance last split. I believe it can change.
Hello and welcome to week 3 of the EU LCS Summer Split. Mysterious Monkeys and Vitality are at the bottom of the table, each with 0 wins, but today, one of them will clinch a victory when they face off in our very first series of the week. As we can see, the Mysterious Monkeys a little while ago arriving at the studio, as well as Vitality and our, well, brand new backstage, so they must be super relaxed with all the logos on the walls. These are, of course, we've seen before in their Cosq and his coach Unlimited, poised to take to the stage. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm EpicSkillshot here for another analytical date with Andrew Vettius Day.
We're going to be looking at all the fun League of Legends that will be happening today, and people can enjoy it.
Absolutely. All right, well, we saw 2 thrilling top-tier matchups last week as Fnatic and the Unicorns of Love. They got an important win against their group rivals. Unicorns of Love, as we see here, managed to beat out H2K. And what was actually interesting about both those top matchups, Fnatic G2 as well, is that it went all the way and it was very competitive.
Yes, we saw a lot of exciting series between all of our top 4 teams, and it's really fun the fact that we're seeing so much competition, because last split it was very much that G2 seemed to be a cut above everyone else. And while sure, G2 seemed to be underperforming a little bit right now, trying to return to form, we are definitely seeing other teams step up to the plate as well, especially the likes of Fnatic and Unicorns after their boot camping career.
Well, there you say it, and Fnatic and the Unicorns of Love with those wins have earned themselves a lead at the top of their groups. For the Unicorns of Love, it is familiar territory, that's where they were, but for Fnatic it must feel good to now, at least for now, feel like the best team in Europe and be at the top of the table.
Oh, for sure, it's got to feel great to sit at the top, and G2, they're likely going to be a little bit annoyed that right now they've lost their throne, but give it a few weeks, I'm sure they'll be looking to fight back for the top spot in Group A.
Indeed, very interesting clash, and we started from the top, and now we're here, ready for a matchup with very different stakes. We have Vitality versus Mysterious Monkeys today, and I also want to talk about Roccat versus NIP on Saturday, because these are the bottom 4 teams who are looking for their very first victory. And Vettius, of these 4, which one stands out for you, or which one excites you at least the most?
The one that excites me the most is NIP. I feel like that there's a lot of unlocked potential there, given the mesh with new and experienced players together, and along with some of the unique individual outplays that we have seen over the last few weeks. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can bring going up against Roccat in that series on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll see what Roccat can do. Also today, they'll be going up against Fnatic, unfortunately, for them later, so that might be a tough one. But for now, we're going to dial in on our first series with Vitality versus the Mysterious Monkeys. And, well, Vitality, they had a disappointing start to the split, and Stress is here to break it down.
Thank you, Sharks. Yeah, let's take a look at Vitality. I mean, they're a team made up of legacy players who have been highly successful in days gone by. I want to look at why they're sitting without a win so far, despite getting early leads in their games. Vitality's success is based on Joko's impact in the early game and then pushing towers with their bottom lane duo. But why hasn't that led to them closing out games? Some answers can be found when looking at the way Vitality are caught out or losing carries early in teamfights, and it all leads to the fact that Vitality are never really putting themselves in beneficial situations. But these are all visible reasons for why Vitality are struggling. I want to show you a few things that you can't easily see, and we're going to start by taking a look at the league-wide damage distribution for teams in the LCS, and then we're going to compare it to the damage distribution for Vitality. One thing to note here is just because they have a different distribution, it doesn't always make it a bad thing. For instance, teams that would play Rumble a lot would have a higher top lane damage %. For Vitality specifically, though, the important thing is they have lower damage percent in key roles, specifically mid lane and AD carry. And now with nearly 8 percentage points less damage coming from their AD carry, it's worth diving deeper into Steelback. Steelback's low damage percent, when contrasted to his income, shows how ineffective he's been this split. He is the least effective AD carry in Europe when you compare his share of the team's income with his percent of the team's damage output. Also, along with that, he has a low kill participation, which can be attributed to Vitality fighting when Steelback isn't present, as well as him being picked off early in key fights, as Vitality haven't always been able to protect him. And now with the burden shifting towards top and jungle, we have to ask, how are KaBoShard and Joko doing? Well, we're going to take a look at the damage that Joko and KaBoShard would be expected to do. Now, this is based on the average damage for their champion picks when you look at the EU LCS, NA-LCS, and Korea's LCK combined. Next to that are their actual damage per minute statistics, and you can see that Joko and KaBoShard are underperforming when it comes to damage output. And that may not look damning, but combine that with what we've already looked at with Steelback, it means there is a massive sinkhole of damage that is missing for the Vitality lineup. And now this is a significant issue that Vitality need to overcome throughout the split, but the Mysterious Monkeys are perhaps the team Vitality could do well against stylistically. The Monkeys have given up a lot of isolated deaths and have had a lot of trouble punishing their opponent's mistakes. And that means early game leads against MM are generally easier to maintain. We're going to have to see whether Vitality can accrue the same kind of leads that they have in previous games. But that's it for Vitality. I'm sending it back for the analytical date between Shox and Vedius.
You're kind of intruding there, but it was super interesting analysis and super interesting to deep dive into kind of what the issues are for Vitality. And I love also that Stress brought up the Mysterious Monkeys and their will to fight. And that's also something we've praised them for, their fighting spirit. But at the end of the day, the high action gains for the Mysterious Monkeys haven't yielded them anything. They have the lowest dragon percentage, the lowest Baron percentage, the lowest tower percentage. They haven't led at 25 minutes. There's not a lot of good there, unfortunately. So my question to you, Vedi, is, well, is it okay that we keep praising them for their fighting spirit when it's not bringing them anything?
The bright side of this is it leads to fun and exciting games. You're always going to get a lot of kills when you watch the Mysterious Monkeys, but the problem is, as you rightly said, they never have enough in it to be able to smash that Nexus, to be able to get themselves the win. The bright side for the Mysterious Monkeys is that they do have a lot of mechanical, raw talent. Individually, they seem to be able to hold their own against a lot of the talent in Group B. We saw it as part of them coming through the Challenger Series, and we're seeing it again here. The problem is they just need to grow upon that. And that's the thing that I look forward to seeing, how they develop over the next few weeks. And I think a team like Vitality is a great testing ground for them to develop new strategies and perhaps become a better team.
So who are you looking at specifically? Which player for you can step up and make the difference for them?
I feel right now the best performing individual is Yuki. I feel like as an individual, he has been around the League of Legends scene for a very long time. He's a very mature player, and he's actually pretty smart in the way in which he plays the game. And if the team invests a few more resources into setting him up for success, I think that could be a good avenue for Monkeys to get a win.
All right, so prediction-wise, it feels like it's one of those where we'll probably go 3 games with 2 teams that are struggling to find their form, but do you feel that one or the other has the edge?
I feel like Vitality will be the ones to come out on top in this series, largely because they do just have a lot more experience. I think that right now we're seeing too much raw talent overshadowing the macro understanding of how to play the map for Monkeys, and I think that will be the key difference, giving Vitality the win.
Well, we are about to find out. Both Vitality and Mysterious Monkeys are looking to climb up the standings. Pyra, take it away.
Thank you very much, Shox, and welcome to all you sports enthusiasts out there around the world. I'm Devin Pyrotanks Young, bringing you this series. Alongside me, of course, is Martin DeFicio. Linga, you ready for today?
I am ready for today. One team here will actually win a series, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, all the experience they can get, but they were certainly hurting up until this week. We'll see how it goes. We're going to go ahead and check out our starting lineups right now. Starting on the blue side in game number 1, it will be Vitality, which means up in the top lane, we have KaBoShard, followed up by Joko in the jungle, Nuke Duck on the mid lane, Steelback the AD carry, support is Vander, and their coach, Yamato Cannon.
We just had the breakdown from Stress on Vitality. Obviously, a lot of questions. We're looking at a lot of these different players to say, like, maybe it's Nuke Duck, Steelback, KaBoShard. Someone needs to step up and actually become, you know, a big carry for Vitality to really start picking up wins.
But another team that's definitely been struggling needs to find a hero as well. On the other side of the rift, it is the Mysterious Monkeys, which means in the top lane,